is everyone on Earth has exactly the same superpowers as me. Literally, I'm going to teach you how to use them.
We're in the position that we are where we've discovered the magic of the universe and how much freedom there is when we have the discipline of the mind. How our feelings literally create our reality. There's so much passion behind it because we've gone through so much darkness to get to this place. And we understand the ticket to freedom to get people out of their misery. And I'm getting proven over and over and over through TikTok, through the people around me, family, people who want to stay miserable are going to stay miserable. Duality will never cease.
When they found out that the witches had the powers, literally, of Christ, which is what Jesus died for our sins, because they told us it's a history book. You don't believe it. Like, why though? You know, it's like the oldest book that is in. The Gospels were written by poets and prophets. There was never just supposed to be a second testament, the New Testament. Testify, brother. Testify, sister. What is your testament? We continue writing the testament. So last night, I literally was given heaven. I got one day in heaven because I let go. And I trusted God as hard as I could, and I just let it happen. And he gave me heaven.
A lot of people are going to think I'm nuts for saying what I'm about to say, but I just don't really care. They know what's in their faces. They're the facilitators of the brainwashing. You'll notice we don't really see much coverage of these massive movie stars anymore. My theory is they've all been presented with the red pill or the blue pill. Like, which pill do we think Leonardo DiCaprio took? While all these movie stars have their fun and their red pill exploration, I think their bodies are in these inner tube looking things. Like you see in the space movies to preserve the body that mimics a mother's womb. Yeah, I think they're in one of those. And when they need to make a media appearance, their clones are presented to the mass public.
I'm not trying to do anyone dirty. Please watch part 2. So this is the perfect example of what I've been talking about. If Gabby was your client, would you know how to handle this? And do you see, like, I'm not trying to like throw people under the bus here, but we can see in real time somebody experiencing some sort of state with a spiritual element involved, spouting religious, new age, word salad babble. You're allowed to have any beliefs that you want, but if you're going to charge people $333 for healing and quantum healing and tell them that you're going to teach them that autism is a superpower, or you might work with people in manic states, I want to know if you know how to handle that, and if you can see how your own belief system could be maybe not congruent or the best, should I say, for someone who has an injured brain. It's an important example. Well, there's been some drama between myself and New Age Spirituality TikTok, and I just want to make it abundantly clear that I'm not here to start drama. I'm here for this. I got hospitalized for psychosis after being plunged into spiritual awakening TikTok. I was already manic, and someone like her reached out to me. That's on a video about Stalgia. Her name is Yaya Day. And then she said that she wasn't, in the next comment, she said she was not the only person there for TikTok specifically, like being the catalyst for their being hospitalized for psychosis. So let's see what Stalgia and AquarianMusicWitch this is just yesterday. Let's see what they think about psychosis, which is what I have been asking them. I have asked them to be clear about this since the beginning. If you think that I'm attacking these creators, please go back and watch my content. I made the first video asking quantum shifting a question, and it has all spiraled, and none of them answer my hard questions, like what they believe in psychosis, and if they're okay with potentially leading people into psychosis. Or what if somebody's already in a manic state and they come to you and you give them horrendous advice, or there's about 1 million different ways that could go. And this is what they believe. They won't just say that to me, but they'll say it to each other in the comments. This is a video that AquarianMusicWitch will not take down either, where she, once again, bull-faced lies about me. And thank you for this. You speak so eloquently. You're awesome. Truth of the matter is it a spiritual awakening or is it psychosis? The answer is yes. And AquarianMusicWitch agrees. Another cryptic word salad, just like nothing matters to you people. Do you not care if someone unalives themselves due to this? Are you guys going to pay for the hospital bill? So if you guys really think that I'm so ridiculous and dramatic for calling out people for charging hundreds of dollars an hour for unregulated services that can lead people into the darkest, scariest, that can lead people to lose their life. I am not okay with that. And I'm not saying that all of spirituality is wrong. There are ethical ways to do this. Seriously. It's giving me, like, I was shaking all day yesterday after I read this. So, once again, I rest my case. I really don't care what anybody on this app thinks about me, and the support has been tremendous, and I think everyone who's watched this saga can see what's really going on here.
Spiritual awakening, or is it psychosis? The answer is yes, in some contexts. Psychosis and mania are real medical problems, and I would advocate that people seek medical advice or attention if they're interfering with your ability to function. Also though, I see myself as a spiritual being, and throughout the course of my life, I've found and developed strategies to survive and thrive magically. I even once experienced what I thought at the time to be psychosis, only to later realize it was actually a spiritual awakening. So I do leave space for the reality that some people have gone through what they once thought were spiritual experiences, only later to realize that thinking of them that way was harmful and prevented them from getting the kind of care that they actually needed. But it erases or invalidates my neurodivergent experience to act like spirituality can be reduced to just these harmful experiences. Is it spiritual?
Ridiculed to the bone in their comment section for living in their truth. And
hey, one last question, just because I couldn't stop thinking about your video all night. I just wanted to ask if you've ever had a chance to research cults. It's so interesting because one of the major warning signs that a group is a cult is that they can't recognize when they've hurt people or hurt someone or admit it and then correct course, and they often double down. As someone who studied this stuff and was going to open her own practice and has done a ton of training in Siberian shamanism, the whitewashed white women version of it, which was 100% cultural appropriation. You might also want to check into what that word means. Even though it was appropriation, we were given such intense ethical training. And if the practitioner I saw was ever given information that she might be hurting people, she would have cared.
ridiculed to the bone in their comment section for living in their
The game of life, the game that you don't have to win, you get to play, has been a fucking video game this whole time.
Guess what? That woman knows God. And she knows that if something that size feels that good going in, but the going in part is what hurts a little, maybe giving birth is supposed to be the biggest crowning of your life. Maybe if you breathed and relaxed and weren't anxious about it and had a healthy physical body that you prepared for childbirth and motherhood, maybe it's actually kind of fucking orgasmic. Maybe having babies and making babies is actually what life is all about. Just like nature intended. But human beings got a really sick game of chess.
For my Pleiadians, my Lyrans, my Syrians, my Andromedans, and all the other beings here to be the energetic reflection of divine love. The shifts we've been going through have been extremely radical to the point that we are capable of so much more than we were before. And we're getting messages that are so multi-dimensional that we simply cannot express them in linear languages that we have on this earth. And
I cannot wait to show you for the rest of eternity how fucking genius I am. You only get to see some in this lifetime. Believe me or don't. Wash your hands of it. I believe God is a woman. She was close, but she wasn't me. But God bless that angel.
Listen, listen, listen. I wish you love, love. Waiting for thousands of years for this. We are finally ready for this knowledge, for this information. And the reason you resonate is because you're one of the original ones. You're one of the original ones from Lemuria. You chose to come here a long time ago. Thousands of years ago, you chose to come here at this time. Why? Well, because thousands of years ago, a race of beings made a synthetic Merkaba, and it didn't go well, and it tore through the center of Earth's consciousness. I know that I'm at the beginning of the end of my journey here, because just about 3 minutes ago, every moment from then has felt like deja vu. Lightworkers, I know you feel this joy. I know you feel this joy. It's a new kind of joy. Ready to go home?
Every single video I post is getting mass reported. Like, why do I make you guys so upset? There are so many people following me that are just hate following me. Like, why do I make you upset? And I just got that video taken down of Gabby and Stalja. Like, how can I get reported and get videos taken down when they're not even my videos? Like, it's incredible to me. It's absolutely incredible. But that's why I'm working on books and podcasts and all that stuff, so I can get off this platform where I can not speak freely. But I think my message is getting out there anyways. And if you're spending all night literally reporting all of my videos, like, bless you, child. I just don't get it. It's so satisfying, because why would people spend so much time mass reporting me if I wasn't, like, speaking some straight facts? Are you uncomfortable with the points I'm bringing up? Every single...
You can have everything on the planet.